Okay, so for once I actually think I really will keep this video short because I don't think that many people actually care of why I quit Twitter, but a few people have been asking, and since I didn't cover it in my last video that I wanted it already covered in, I'm gonna just get into that today. But before I'm actually gonna answer why I left it, I wanna answer maybe the question of if I will ever get back to it. And I actually don't really know until this point, because the first few days were really hard for me because I'm so used to whenever I have something on my mind just to post it on Twitter. And that was actually the issue for me, because usually when I have, which is usually a negative thing, I just tweet it out. And therefore, and there are a lot of people have told me that I'm very negative on Twitter. And it's kind of my dumpster fire, because whenever I have something to say, I throw it in there. And a lot of people don't like that negativity. And actually, people have told me that the YouTube Damir and the Twitter Damir are two completely separate people. But I think maybe for that reason, I am happier on YouTube, because I get a lot of that out already on Twitter. So why did I quit it then? Well, the thing is just that I think it was a little bit of a toxic environment for me, because, like I said, I was too negative, and I wanted to see if I go away from that, being able to post out the negativity, if it will maybe just poof off into nowhere land, or if I will maybe eat it into me. So far, I don't actually think that happened, because I thought that would be a thing, because if I can't get it out at some point, maybe I will explode, but it doesn't seem to be. Maybe that's also the reason, because I just don't have any negativity right now on me, but so I don't really know. But it was also because I've seen so many people there on Twitter that I just didn't want to see. And it's not that I actually follow them, but sometimes if people retweet them or if they're in the news and so on, you can't really get away from them, even if you kind of mute them or if you block them. Somewhere or the other, you always get into that. And even people that I followed, after a while, it got a little bit annoying to me when I see them doing stuff and that's due to my overly high morale that I just don't like. Because if someone in some way or the other, which I won't really call it selling out, but does stuff that I know he doesn't really do because he's passionate about it, if he's maybe not a pro YouTuber, because pro YouTubers, they often, I'm not gonna say sell out, but they do stuff to pay their rent. That's legit. But if I know of some hobby YouTubers or people who just do it for fun and all these kind of things, and they do stuff that I personally just think, I don't think they would do if it wouldn't be for some way or the other reason, where I might be totally wrong on, I just don't like that. So I wanted to kind of shut myself off a little bit from that, to just focus on myself. I will only care about what I'm doing right now, because the issue for me is, even though the whole YouTube community is supposed to be very kind of friendly and like a community and a lot of friends and so on, the problem for me is I was always, when it comes to things like these, very competitive. So even if I see YouTubers that are around my size, a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller, I always want to be better, even if I'm not. But in some way or the other, I want to be better, or I just want to have a higher morale. If I see them doing stuff that I would never do, I just don't like that. So to kind of avoid all of that, I quit Twitter, also to get the negativity out of me. And it was more of a test to see if that would work, and so far it seems fine, because there are so many less things that I have on my mind, because I always thought, okay, let's just talk about it on Twitter, and then I just thought more about it than I usually do, because I thought I would kind of eat it up to myself, and then at some point it explodes. But what actually happened, I can't tweet it out, and then it just goes away, maybe for the better. Okay, yeah, still quite short. Okay, until next time, bye.